Greetings. Truman! I'm back with the reading of PT's book. So the Hive Bravado. In most, the confidence to do nonsense comes only from the Hive encouragement and security a blanket. Yeah. We are with the cucumber plants, watermelon, little white flowers growing around to attract the bees. Most creatures who roar like lions, with hive backing, turn into squealing rats when separated from the hive. When alone, people lose most of the bravado, which made them challenge even the divine. Age of the individual. The age of the individual. They are calling the present as the age of the individual, just because many can lie on a bed, laze on a sofa, talk on a mobile phone, guzzle alcohol and petrol, become a consumer of unnecessary items. They surely are unable to see that this so-called individuation has not made people rise above the mass hive muggle mentality. Their perspective remains as narrow as it ever was. Just because everyone is consuming more resources and doing whatever the heck they fancy doesn't make them an individual. In fact, individuals are only born out of the decision to serve the high and divine to gain higher perspective. It is a step which requires discipline, not just letting go and going crazy, which is the current mass definition of an individual, as seen in all their pop stars, rock stars, etc. Next, different or clones. Most people have at least another 100,000 exactly like them. Prototype number 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Still, they all believe that they are different, or have thoughts and emotions which are somehow their own, and no one's else. Most of their thoughts and emotions come from social conditioning, which is in turn controlled by being forces which control society. Everything about most people, muggles, is from the same limited box. To become an individual requires a separation from the hive, which most are unwilling to do. To become one of a kind requires proper penance, sadhana, which most find daunting. So different does require doing really different and evolving, even if one is born as one of the clones. Acceptance. Most here seek acceptance from society. Only few seek acceptance from higher and divine. The difference is more marked than between heaven and hell. Destiny or decision. A lot of people always talk about destiny when everything is just decisions. Victim mentality. There is a lot of victim mentality going around in this world. People are always blaming other people and the system for their state. Yes, the system is evil, but one's own destiny lies in one's own hands. None can stop anyone from praising and serving higher and divine, and raising one's souls and state. The truth is that most people who continuously complain about their lot in life are not willing to take an opportunity to change their state, even if it is presented freely. So the evil which keeps them in hell lies as much in them as it does in the system. The only decision. There are only two sides in this world, divine and evil. Though many want it, there is no neutral ground. Those not making a clear choice are simply on evil's sides. There is no being on both sides at the same time either. Any being trying to achieve that would only torture themselves. In this time and age, most are born into the evil side and have to make a clear, conscious decision to step onto the side of divine. This step requires humble proactivity and a clear, continuous stance. People think that life is full of decisions, but in reality, this is the one and only decision they have to make here. Being on divine's side leads to real immortal bliss. Being on evil's side leads to boredom, emptiness, pain, torture, else. We are like this only. I am like this only, we are like this only. Phrases one gets to hear often, sometimes from the mouth, other times from the mindset. This phrase simply means that one is not going to change, which is only practical. If one is perfect, or one's way is perfect, is their being the way they are leading to bliss and happiness on all levels? The answer is again a simple no. So this reluctance to change is a funny thing. It simply means one is not willing to put in the effort to change for the better. Change for the worse is always going to happen anyways. As change is permanent, it takes a lot of effort to even not go down, let alone rise. Clinging on to silly habits and notions, built up over lifetimes and generations, on this plane is what makes beings stupid and unable to evolve. Takes away the whole point of taking birth and being alive. I'll be back.